Well, hello indie people, how are you doing? And today we are going to be talking about some changes to the Blue Badge scheme. Don't worry if you don't have a clue what I'm talking about, I'm going to explain what the Blue Badge scheme is, the requirements at the moment for the Blue Badge scheme, but ultimately guys I want to talk about the proposed changes to the scheme which may help us in the autism community. But if you want to learn more about autism, then consider subscribing down below, hitting the notification bell, but also I would love it if you could check out my small YouTuber of the week this week down below in the description box. They are genuinely cool, very local to me, and they just make really nice content. So channel link down below. Okay guys, so there's a scheme in the UK at the moment where someone can apply for a blue badge. And what this badge allows you to do is park in disabled bays or parking spaces that are closer to shopping malls, shopping centres, you know, that sort of thing. And if you have a blue badge and you're parked in a disabled bay, to my understanding you don't have to pay a fee of any kind or a reduced cost because of the blue badge. And at the moment, for someone to qualify to have a blue badge, from personal experience I know you have to be registered blind. If you have a terminal illness, for example, I've actually got a list as well, receiving a higher rate of mobility, receiving a personal independence payment for being unable to walk further than 50 metres, being registered blind like I said, receives a war pensioner's mobility supplement, and also you can get a blue badge through being in the armed forces as well, I believe. But those examples are where you automatically qualify for obtaining a blue badge. There are other conditions and other ways that you could apply for a blue badge which the local authorities would consider. I'll leave a link down below guys to the gov.uk website so you can have a look for yourself, but I just wanted to give a few examples on video. However, there's a new proposal that people with autism and dementia could apply for a blue badge. Now at the moment certain councils are recognising hidden disabilities. This is not across the board however, but with these proposed changes all of the councils within England would take on the new proposal and put it into practice. Now when I read the article about this proposed change through Twitter, I'll leave it down below for you guys as well actually, just so you can have a read yourself, but I read it and I was instantly excited about it. I thought, do you know what, this is actually a really great idea, because for me personally I don't drive, I don't know how to drive, I don't even have a provisional license. Now the reason I don't drive at the moment is just because I think in my own head I don't know how to drive with the steering wheel and also operate the pedals. So basically multitasking, I just don't think I have the coordination to do it. Because of the proposed changes, and if they were implemented in law, I would actually really want to learn to drive. This is because it would give me more independence, obviously being in the car and driving about. But also if I was eligible to get a blue badge under the proposed changes to the law, etc., I would feel a lot more comfortable because I don't like shopping. Like, I'm not the sort of person that likes to shop. So if I had a blue badge, for example, I'd be able to park closer to a supermarket, for example, go in, get the stuff that I need, come out and just be on my way. But also I think this proposed idea is a good thing because it shows that the government is actually finally starting to give some considerations to mental illnesses such as dementia. I mean, for me personally, I think there is a bit of a divide when it comes to physical disabilities and mental illnesses, mental disabilities. And I think something like this, where both sides are being considered, I think it will help that divide and actually bring us closer together. And I'm very much hoping that it actually raises awareness of different conditions that are hidden. And also for me, if I had a blue badge, it would make the whole experience of parking less stressful. So for me, this proposed idea is a really good idea and I'm fully for it. I'm fully for allowing autistic people and people with dementia, you know, with their carers or something, being able to go out and be independent. Now the only thing that really comes to mind with this proposed change, if it was implemented, would be other people's opinions. Say I got out of a car, for example, say I magically learned how to drive and I had a car and I had a blue badge, and I parked in a disabled bay, I got out, there's nothing for people to say, oh, you don't look disabled, why have you got a blue badge? Why are you parked here? But I think if that was to happen, I think that'd be a good time to educate others about my condition or whatever the circumstance may be for that person, which ultimately leads to more understanding and better education about certain conditions as well. Also, the other fear that I have is, do you know those people that hand out the parking tickets and the parking fines? Say if I got a blue badge and I got out of the car and the ticket person said, oh, why have you got a blue badge? You don't look disabled. Are you with someone else who has a disability? And if I say, no, it's for me, that conversation to me would be a little bit awkward and a bit intrusive because you have to go into why you've got it, etc. But again, I'm thinking this is a good opportunity for some education about autism, for example, in my case. But I can imagine some autistic people not feeling very comfortable in that situation. So I'm not too sure if the people that hand out these parking fines and stuff would have an awareness session about autism, a learning disability for example, or dementia, if this proposal is accepted. But this proposal hasn't been set in stone yet, but I've really got to say I'm really happy with it, and it's something that I think would benefit so many people, not just myself with autism and other people like me with autism, but also other hidden disabilities, and trying to bridge that gap between the physical and the mental, and also trying to educate people, because I think in our society generally we don't appreciate enough people with mental health issues, etc. But I feel like this proposal to this sort of scheme, where it's mainly aimed with people with physical disabilities, is a really good way to finally bridge that divide, and I fully support it. I really do. Anyway guys, that is me for this video. However, I would love to know what you think of this proposal. Do you think it's a good idea? Do you think it's a welcome change to this scheme in particular? Or do you have concerns like myself about, you know, people's understandings? But also, do you have something like this where you live, for example? I would love to know down below in those comments below. I love finding out where people live, what services they have. I just love having a conversation with people. So if you want to join in, please leave a comment down below. It'd be great to hear from you. But for now, if you enjoyed this video, then please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe down below if you're brand new. Stay you, stay indie. I hope you have a really good day, and I will see you all in the next video. See you later, guys.